Alright, let's dive into something pretty cool: smart CCTV systems. Now when you hear CCTV, you might picture those old grainy cameras you see in dusty corners of shops, maybe hooked up to a VCR in the back room. Forget that. Smart CCTV is a whole different beast. Think of it like upgrading from a basic flip phone to the latest smartphone. These new systems are packed with artificial intelligence (AI), which means they don't just record. They analyze what they're seeing in real time. It's not just about passively capturing footage anymore. It's about active, intelligent observation. This is a massive leap forward in how we approach security and monitoring, turning a simple camera into a vigilant digital guardian. So, what's the big difference between these new smart systems and the old-school cameras your grandpa might have used? Well, traditional CCTV was, to put it mildly, a bit dumb. It recorded everything, sure, but that was it. If something happened, you'd have to sit there for hours, maybe days, sifting through endless tapes or digital files, your eyes glazing over, trying to find that one crucial moment. The cameras themselves had no understanding of what they were looking at. They were just an eye, connected to a recording device. They couldn't tell a person from a stray cat, or a real threat from a tree branch swaying in the wind. They were purely reactive tools, providing evidence the fact if you were lucky enough to find it. Enter the smart CCTV. The smart part, as I mentioned, is all about artificial intelligence. These cameras, or the systems they connect to, have powerful computer brains that can process the video feed instantly. Instead of just storing pixels, they interpret them. They can be programmed to look for specific things: a person in an area where they shouldn't be, a car driving the wrong way, or even something as subtle as someone loitering suspiciously. This means they can flag potential problems not hours later. It's like having a super observant security guard who never blinks, never gets tired, and can see and analyze multiple locations at once. That's a game changer, folks. This ability to analyze and understand brings a whole new dimension to surveillance. Smart CCTV systems can learn and adapt. Some advanced systems can even learn what's normal for a particular scene and then alert you when something out of the ordinary occurs. They're not just passive recorders anymore. They are active participants in the security ecosystem. They can integrate with other systems like alarms or access control to create a comprehensive and responsive security network. We're talking about a shift from just watching to understanding, and from reacting late to preventing incidents or responding immediately. This is the core of what makes smart CCTV so revolutionary. So, how do these brainy cameras actually pull off this technological wizardry? It's a fascinating process, really, a bit like a high-tech assembly line for information. First things first, it all starts with video capture. But we're not talking about fuzzy, indistinct images here. Modern smart CCTVs often use high-definition cameras, sometimes even 4K, to grab crystal-clear footage. The better the image quality, the more information the AI has to work with, and the more accurate its analysis will be. Think of it as providing the AI with a really good pair of glasses. The sharper the vision, the better it can identify details which are crucial for things like facial recognition or reading license plates from a distance. Once that crisp video is captured, the next step is processing the raw data. This is where the heavy lifting begins. The video stream, which is essentially a rapid sequence of images, needs to be broken down and prepared for the AI. This processing can happen in a few different places. Sometimes it's done right there on the camera itself, which we call edge computing. This is super efficient because it reduces the amount of data that needs to be sent over a network. Other times, the video is sent to a dedicated server or to the cloud for more intensive processing power. Regardless of where it happens, this stage converts the visual information into a format that the AI algorithms can understand and dissect. Now, for the really exciting part, the AI analysis. This is where the smart truly comes into play. Sophisticated software algorithms, powered by machine learning and deep learning, get to work on the processed video data. These algorithms are trained on vast datasets, literally millions of images and video clips, to learn how to identify objects, people, patterns, and behaviors. It's like teaching a supercomputer to see and understand the world. It can distinguish between a person walking and a car driving by, or even detect subtle shifts in movement that might indicate a potential threat. This is complex stuff, but the result is a system that can make sense of visual information at incredible speed. Finally, after the AI has done its analysis and identified something significant, maybe an unauthorized person entering a restricted zone or a vehicle parked illegally, the system needs to respond. This response can take many forms. It might be as simple as sending an alert to a security guard's phone or a central monitoring station, complete with a video clip of the event. Or it could trigger an automated action, like turning on floodlights, sounding an alarm, or even locking a door. The key here is that the system doesn't just passively observe. It actively communicates and can initiate a response, making security far more proactive and effective than ever before. Let's talk features, because this is where smart CCTV really shows off its muscles. One of the most fundamental capabilities is object detection. This means the AI can identify and classify different objects within the video feed, things like people, cars, animals, bicycles, or even specific items like a forgotten backpack. Then there's facial recognition, which is a huge one. These systems can compare faces detected in the video against a database of known individuals. This could be for identifying VIPs, authorized personnel, or, on the flip side, flagging individuals on a watch list. It's like giving your security system an incredible memory for faces, far beyond human capability. Building on object detection, we have behavior spotting or behavioral analytics. This is where the AI looks for specific actions or patterns of movement. For instance, it can detect if someone is loitering in an area for an unusually long time, which could be a precursor to a crime. It can identify aggressive behavior like fighting or even a slip and fall, which is critical in places like hospitals or elderly care homes. Another incredibly useful feature is license plate recognition, often called LPR or ANPR. Cameras equipped with this can automatically read license plates on vehicles, which is invaluable for parking management, toll collection, tracking vehicle movements, or helping law enforcement find stolen cars. And it's not just about seeing. Some smart systems also have audio analytics. This means they can listen for specific sounds. Imagine a camera that can detect the sound of breaking glass, a gunshot, a scream, or even aggressive shouting. This adds another whole layer of sensory input, allowing the system to pick up on incidents that might not be immediately visible, or might happen out of the camera's direct line of sight. Then there's people counting. This is super useful for retailers to understand customer traffic flow, for venues to manage crowd density for safety, or for buildings to optimize energy use based on occupancy. The range of what these systems can perceive is constantly expanding. The applications for all this smart tech are incredibly diverse and are popping up everywhere. In retail shops, they help prevent theft, analyze customer behavior to improve store layouts, and ensure staff safety. Offices use them for secure access control, monitoring sensitive areas, and even managing meeting room occupancy. Cities deploy them for intelligent traffic management, monitoring public spaces for safety, and aiding law enforcement during large events. Factories use them to enforce safety protocols, monitor production lines for quality control, and secure perimeters. Hospitals rely on them for patient safety, monitoring restricted areas, and protecting valuable equipment. Even in our homes, smart cameras provide intruder alerts, watch for package deliveries, and let us check in on pets or family members. The benefits of these smart CCTV systems are pretty compelling. First and foremost, you get dramatically improved security. Because the AI is constantly vigilant and can detect threats in real time, it allows for much faster responses, potentially stopping incidents before they escalate or even happen at all. This proactive capability is a massive step up from traditional reactive systems. Another huge plus is the reduction in human error. Let's be honest, watching security monitors for hours on end is a tough job, and human attention can wander. AI doesn't get tired, bored, or distracted. It provides consistent, round-the-clock monitoring without fatigue, ensuring that potential events are less likely to be missed. Beyond just better security, there are significant cost savings to be had. While the initial investment might be higher, smart systems can reduce the need for large teams of security personnel to constantly monitor live feeds. Instead, staff can focus on responding to actual alerts generated by the AI. This optimizes manpower and resources. Furthermore, the ability to quickly search and retrieve footage of specific events thanks to smart tagging and analytics saves an enormous amount of time compared to manually reviewing hours of recordings. And let's not forget the valuable data and insights these systems can provide. For businesses, information on customer traffic, dwell times, or operational bottlenecks can be incredibly useful for making informed decisions that go beyond just security. However, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are challenges and concerns we absolutely need to talk about. The initial cost of implementing a sophisticated smart CCTV system can be quite high, especially for smaller businesses or individuals. Then there are the very real privacy concerns. The idea of AI constantly watching and analyzing people raises legitimate questions about who is collecting this data, how it's being used, where it's stored, and who has access to it. We need robust discussions and clear regulations to prevent misuse and protect individual privacy. If people feel like Big Brother is constantly watching, the trust in these systems erodes quickly, and that's a problem. Looking ahead, the future of smart CCTV is likely to be even more integrated and intelligent. We can expect AI algorithms to become even more accurate and capable, reducing false alarms and expanding the range of detectable events. We'll probably see more processing power being built directly into the cameras themselves, more edge AI which improves speed and reduces reliance on network bandwidth. Personalized alerts, tailored to the specific needs and priorities of the user, will become more common. Crucially, as these systems become more powerful, there will be an increasing demand for stronger privacy regulations, ethical guidelines, and robust cybersecurity measures to protect against hacking and ensure responsible use. The goal is to harness the power of smart surveillance while safeguarding our fundamental rights and freedoms.